everybody. I'm very pleased to be fully back here in my home space. And I want to thank Doug for his good work and also fixing the microphone for me. And we usually start with a little dancing to get the spiritual joy going, and then a little talk. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. The topic we're going to talk about is the how to relate to what's going on. I mean, throughout the day today, and yesterday too, all I've heard is people like, what is going on? How do I relate to this? So we're going to try and talk about that. Not so much about the substance of the different politics, but how to relate to this changing field. So let's start with a little dancing first. And I invite you to join in the dancing. I welcome everybody with love and a little dance, and a little play. And that's kind of what the world needs today, because so much is going on that people are feeling really overwhelmed. That's what's really happening. And it's like, what can we do about it? Well, you can try to figure out why did Trump do this, or why is the Iranians doing that, or what's happening here, what's happening there. And nobody seems to know what's going on. Now, is it just because there's a lot of confusion? Or there's a bigger picture happening? All of which may be true. And maybe even the main players don't know what's going on, really. And they're just responding and reacting and thinking short term. But the truth is, it doesn't matter. The truth is, what matters is how we relate to it, so we remain centered and calm in the midst of all the confusion that they are either directly or indirectly creating. And I think that's what we have to see and understand. So how do we do that? Do we base our ideas on what's happening in Tehran and what their leaders are saying, or what President Trump is talking about? You know, and he changes the picture like every 5 minutes, it seems. Or do we base it on a deeper understanding that this is God's play? And what we're supposed to learn from this is not counting on either, not basing on what any of the leaders are doing, but on the bigger picture, the prophetic picture. Now, in terms of the ancient prophets, the last big battle of Israel before we go into the 1,000 years of peace is with Iran, or in their language, Persia. And this may go on for a while, but the outcome is very positive. So we kind of step back and say, well, what's the bigger picture? And the bigger picture is, no matter what these players are playing and thinking they're so important here, the bigger picture really is, where's this all going? And from the biblical prophetic teachings, Iran is to be defeated by Israel before the next phase of the 1,000 years of peace, before the transition takes place. So that's the good news. Now, if we just rest in that, now hopefully, since all the prophecies seem to have come true, and this is a major prophecy, I think we may be on the right track if we kind of rest in that possibility and not get caught in the wigglings of the political leaders who have their own agendas that may not be as directly related to God's. So what's the best way to handle it is connect to the divine light inside of yourself and connect to the divine consciousness playing outside and create that unity of the oneness there and be at peace with it. And that's the real work. And then it doesn't matter who says this or who says that, because we are connected to kind of the deeper spiritual reality underneath it all. And people have been talking to me about this for the last few days, like, what is going on, what to do? And the answer that seems to give people the most peace is to step back, not get involved in the details, and see the big picture, the biblical prophetic big picture unfolding, and be at peace. And that's what I'm suggesting, how we relate to this apparent chaos. And the big picture, of course, is not chaos. It's the play of the divine. And we are learning how to play in divine consciousness. It's a great teaching. It's a great teaching that learning to be kind of part of the play rather than as in effect of the play is what can help us get through this outer craziness that we're seeing. That, in essence, is the message. It's pretty simple and doesn't require a big explanation. I'll just repeat it again. See it as the play of consciousness, which is not necessarily any particular truth, what this politician or that politician says, or whoever, what this businessman, says from a, businessman from New York or something says, but focus on where the prophecy is leading us. Now, can you say, is the prophecy true? Isn't true? Well, we can only do so much. But pretty consistently, the prophecies have been true. And we're right into what many people are beginning to identify as end times prophecy. And this war with Iran is definitely end times prophecy. So let's enjoy the play of the divine. Learn. Use this as a learning tool to step back and witness what's going on rather than jump in and get involved with what's going on and get all your emotions and thoughts and anxious about it. Let Trump get anxious about it, or whatever the people are doing in Tehran, whatever. But we don't need to do that. So that's a simple message. Peace, when I say peace be with you, we're talking about peace inside of you and how you relate to peace outside of you. To see that this is part of this bigger picture, and whatever God does is for the best. So peace be with you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Matakiwasan. Aho.